Today's spring thing is this Easter shadow box. I'm going to show you how to design your own shadow box, how to cut out the egg pieces, and I provide the SVG for everything else. All right, let's hop into Design Space. We're going to get started in a new canvas, and the first thing I want to do is grab a square. My shadow box is 10 by 10, so I am actually going to make this square 9.75. I want to make sure that it can fit inside my shadow box. So the next thing I'm going to do is go ahead and upload my SVG. Go to upload image, and drag and drop the files in. Go ahead and click on continue and upload. And make this a little bit smaller so you can see everything. Make this a little bit smaller as well. So you have a bunch of elements to put into your shadow box. I'm going to show you how to build the shadow box. So I think I want 4 layers for this shadow box, and let's go ahead and change the background color of this. I can change it again later. There we go. So I think I want 4 layers, which I'll have my solid background layer and then 3 more. So I'm just moving these so that they're out of my way and I don't see them as much, and I'm just going to align them all so they stack neatly. So go over here to your SVG file and ungroup them, and we want to work with this Easter egg. This one will probably be my smallest egg layer, and I need 3 more layers. So I'm going to go up here to the more tools and click on offset, and I want a nice difference in size. So let's do a 1/2 inch, and then we're going to offset that offset one more time. So now we have 3 offsets and 3 layers, and then we have our other SVGs on the side. I'm going to select all of these and group them together again and turn them off so we can see what we are working with over here. Now we have our 4 squares. I'm going to turn this one off, and then each square is going to get its own egg layer. I'm going to select the square and the egg layer, and then I'm going to center it and then slice. Now I'm going to get rid of all of these 2 layers, and that leaves me with just the largest layer. And again, this largest layer goes on the backmost layer. I'm going to do the same thing with the other layers. Center, slice, get rid of the other eggs, and the same thing with this last layer. Center and then slice. Now I'm going to keep this egg just in case. That is part of our design. Now we have our shadow box base. So if I put all these together and then align them, then you can see the layers of our shadow box. So I'm going to grab this back layer here and go ahead and center everything. And let's go ahead and give them some different colors so that you can see the different layers of the shadow box a little bit better. So now you can see all of the layers of the shadow box. So we're going to turn this group back on. I am going to group this together just for now and ungroup this. I need to group my bunny so that it all moves. And then you're just going to place your elements and resize them how you want, or how they'll go in your shadow box. So most likely I will put the gray base sitting up against the blue base, and then I will just go ahead and you can either place everything the way you think you want it now, or you can just wing it and do it after you have everything all cut out. You'll have to duplicate these layers to put onto the other flowers. And to center them, you can select the whole thing or select all the layers and then go up here to center. And that centers it for you, and then you can group them together. And I need to copy this one more time. Once you're happy with the look, you can go ahead and get everything cut out. I am going to sink a couple of these colors so I don't have to use a million pieces of paper. These are going to be super small, so let me bring this. All of my flowers I am going to turn pink because I'm going to use a double-sided cardstock. So I'm just going to go into that group and turn them the same pink as the other flower. Actually, I'll leave that one white because my bunny is also going to be white. I'm going to make it the same color as everything else. I am going to hold down shift and select the pink pads on the bunny's feet and make sure it's the same color as this pink that I have back here. And I think we're ready to go. So let's get this thing cut out. Go ahead and click on make. I'm going to get my mats together. I am using 12 by 12 mats. It always defaults to, I don't know why I turned that mirror on, but it always defaults to 12 by 24 for me. And then click on continue. I am going to choose, I have a combination of different cardstocks. So I'm actually just going to choose the heavy cardstock. I'm using some glitter too. And then we can go over to the machine. You need your Cricut mat, glue. I have a glue runner and this clear glue stick. You need double-sided adhesive foam dots. Before you do anything, you want to make sure the size of your shadow box. Mine is 10 by 10. Now we're going to get everything cut out. Because there's so many pieces of paper, I am going to reference my screen quite a bit, just to make sure that I am getting the right piece cut so that I don't mix anything up. Now it's time to get it all put together. When you start putting this together, it's not every single time it's going to be different. It's yours, make it yours, put things where you want them. Let me get all my pieces in a place where I can see them. Okay, I got my shadow box open and I'm going to take the back off because we're using that as our base. Fabric has a lot of little fabric pieces coming off. Okay, I'm going to set this part aside. And the first piece that goes on is the blue backing. And I am just going to take my glue. You can use this kind of glue or you can use the runner. This seems more convenient in the moment. So I'm just going to glue all over the back. And then flip it over and secure it onto that back. I am using my screen as a reference on layers and how things go. But like I said, you can make it your own. I know that these kind of have to go in a specific order or it just doesn't sit right. So for this next piece, we are going to use foam. So I am actually going to double my foam so that it sits up a little bit higher. And I'm just putting foam in the corners or close to the corners. I should have put that one a little closer. I'm actually gonna add some around those edges too, just to give it some structure. Probably going a little overkill here. But as I add the other layers, I wanna make sure that it doesn't collapse on me. So now this piece goes here. Next is the yellow. The last one that gets put on is the very top pink layer. And with that one, I'm also doing a single layer. You can do as many layers as you want. Like I said, it's yours. Make it yours. Now, once you have your base layers on, you can start sticking everything else on. And you can use a combination of your glue dots and your glue runner, depending on the look that you're going for. I have plenty of room. I have 2 inches that I can build this up on my box. And you'll just want to make sure that things don't overlap the edge too much. Because we made it a 1/2 inch smaller, then we have a little bit of room. I'm gonna put my bunny feet on first just to see where I want the bunny butt to sit. And I think I'm gonna do doubles with my bunny feet just so it sits up better or farther. And I think on the back side I'm gonna have to put more than 2. Yep, I put 3 on the back side to make it so it doesn't collapse. And then now the bunny butt. I think that foot is on the wrong side. Yep, this foot's on the wrong side. So I'm gonna move it over to the other side. I'm gonna go ahead and put the bunny butt on here, and I'm gonna need 3 for that. And you'll just have to figure it out as you go how many foam dots or foam adhesive foams you need for each item. And I'm putting the bunny butt on before the other foot so that I can try to make sure that it's lined up correctly. I really still feel like I might have that wrong foot. Yep. I'm gonna move that out of the way and get this on here first. I was still trying to put it on the wrong side. All right, so for these dots for the feet, I'm going to hold them with some tweezers and then put my glue on. Oh no. And then stick them on. I'm just holding it like this and putting a little glue on here. And then dropping it where it goes. Almost had a pink dot on the tail. I lost the yellow piece to this flower. I'm not gonna recut just that one piece, so I'm just gonna stick this flower on. I found a little glitter dot. Toss it on there. So the last and final piece to this puzzle is our grass blades. So you just have to figure out where you want to put your grass blades, or you don't have to put them on here at all. I'm actually gonna put this one behind the flower. And for this part, I'm not worrying about looking at my screen to see how they were laid out on the screen. I'm just placing them where I want, wherever I want. Now, once everything is glued down, you're gonna very carefully flip it over to the other side and drop it back down inside your shadow box. And then I'm just turning these thingies, I don't know what they're called, to secure it in. And that's it. And there is the final project. There's our Easter shadow box.